like we do in Sweden. Yeah, last time. What happened last time?
Things happened.
Let's have Tina explain what happened last time.
Okay. Last time. What the hell happened last time anyway?
Are you talking about spiders and mushrooms?
Oh yeah. We got the stupid telescope back to the sun, and the sun was really happy about it, and we had a feast, and we could ask him all kind of stuff because for once he didn't want to kill us right now. And we all talked to him, and there was a singer, and they were happy, and we suggested them to become friends with the Skisrael, and they're like, if you can make them become our friends, then sure, har, doubting us. And we went to the Skisrael and helped that spider that could not fight get it back home, and we also got some prisoners from the sun back to the Skisrael and talked to the white spider, and she was okay. And we suggested peace between her and the sun, and she was like, she did not really believe in it, especially not her muscle friend. He, like always, snared and drooled and was angry. But we told them that the sun had released the prisoners, and that the sun wanted their dead back, and she would arrange for that, and that the sun leader wanted to meet on equal ground. And she's pretty sure she agreed to see. Yes, we saw it. And I'm pretty sure she agreed to talk to the sun, but I don't think. Anyway, I'm pretty sure she agreed. And what else? Did anything else happen?
Well, we.
Oh yeah, we got some pale hunters, and then it was Rilinid, Alauneari, and it was Zyn, right? Went up and looked for stuff.
Yeah.
And they found some coins, some copper, and Rilinid found a lens. And they also found a necklace, and then we found out that then we also found out that the necklace had belonged to one of the sun, and that we found out that the sun that the sun had sent to the Skisrael had not arrived. They had been attacked by pale. I just forgot their name.
Pale hunters.
Pale hunters, and they never arrived. And we got the pale, and the Skisrael wanted us to get some food for them, so we got them this. The pale hunters, and they wanted us to kill a hack that is eating Skisrael, and we agreed to do that. There's one more thing, but I'm not sure about what that was.
We killed the wolves.
Yes,
wolves.
they wanted us to kill the fungal wolves and their pack leader, and we killed the pack leader wolf, and we found a very interesting shard inside of it, and it was picked up by Miko, and Miko gave it to Trislan, and something interesting happened in Trislan's head, which is nothing new. And she kept the stone. Because everyone agreed, because Trislan, everyone agreed that Trislan should have it because she knows a lot about the planes.
Sure. And besides that, we went back and told that to the Skisrael, who said we were friends of them and allowed us to get their maps, right, of their place. And then we were going to go and check out that blue weird pool. I think that was for the sand, right?
Yes.
Gotta do that. I think that was why we were on our way from the city of the Skizral to the Blue Whirlpool, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Also to tell the Zan that the Skizral have agreed to leave the dead. Of the Zan.
That's an important thing to get this peace thing going.
The Zan really seem to have a sort of superiority complex going on.
Oh yeah, and
Well, I guess you could say that they just acknowledge that they are superior.
also, you really talked your way through with the White Spider. So now the White Spider really hate the Baroness. The White Spider actually thinks
Simply suggested that there might be a connection there.
yeah, that the
But she contemplates it quite a bit.
It seems likely, really, but she was gonna check it out now.
well, you said we can only speculate, but the White Spider really likes Alauneari. At least that's what it looks like.
So
The
the plan, I
American
think, is
relates.
to go look at the Blue Weird Pool,
Sure.
then go back to the city of Zan, then perhaps go out and defeat that witch.
Back to the island.
It's wonderful.
We just don't get tired of it. Jonas?
Yes.
Tristan has still been training Alauneari's lizard. You want me to roll for it?
What do you want to train it to do?
Stay, and Alauneari wanted it to learn to attack. At least, I think it was defend or something.
It was not freak out if it's attacked. Just don't run away ever.
Well, I did learn it that, didn't I?
I don't know. It's protecting her investment. Basically, teach you whatever you can. Doesn't matter.
It's not too difficult to do. It's something I assume Trislan does when you travel and things like that. It's not really necessary to make a roll for that, I think. It's something that can basically evolve.
Okay, cool.
Assuming that you take a 10 every day for that. So it should be enough.
Okay.
Right. Right. You are here, I believe. Or
I think
somewhere
so,
around
too.
there.
Oh, we're at the city of the Skizral. We're there. That's why the arrow's there.
Apparently you're at the Skizral. I don't remember
Yes,
anymore.
we fought at that one.
All right, that's right. And you
fought
went
the
back and
enemies.
yeah, that's true.
Went directly
That's
to.
Right,
Because we didn't
yeah.
want the captives to be in further danger.
We
Yes.
can check the tape
Ex-captives.
if you would like.
So we'll go back and watch.
You were going to go to the weird pool.
It's be like, actors' comments on the movie.
The Williver's commentary,
Comments
yes.
everything.
When Jonas did this, I thought I was gonna kill him.
And then I laugh at him back. Oh, yes, I remember.
I was so young back then.
He didn't talk to me for a week after that. But I think we're friends now.
Then cut to like Grimith. He just says, "No, fuck you."
I fucking hate that guy. Fucking hate him.
I mean, I've never been able to forgive him. I act nicely, but really, I'm just doing everything I can to sabotage him.
Yeah, but between you and me, it's just
Can't forgive him. Yeah, between you and me on public video.
just hate his guts. All right,
I would never be
So-
like that.
of course not. Yes, you are at the Skizral caverns. And you were on your way out to the blue pool. Yes, that was it.
Yes. And we had discovered a stash of diamonds with 10,000 gold pieces.
No, you most certainly had not.
Don't remember that?
No.
Oh.
Nice try though.
Get
Yeah, it
a
was-
diamond for trying.
It was only 9,000. Like that.
Get a speck of a diamond. All right, you are traveling through the jungle. And yeah, you are traveling through these Skizral territories and you have free passage, so it's not really that problematic. If you run into any Skizral, I mean, they leave you alone by the order of the White Spider, and they keep their territory kind of well hunted. So a lot of pale hunters and other indigenous life forms are basically kept at bay or suppressed by the terror of the spiders. And as such, a few days after setting out, you arrive at the rough area you believe that the blue pool has formed.
Sure. Let's search it. Do we know how many days did it take?
Well, let's see.
There's a few.
Traveling through a hex. Let's see, bring up my sheet.
It takes either 2 or 3 days.
It's 5 hours traveling across a hex.
Also, I see in my character, we sold the dagger +2, right?
Yes.
Yes. Look at that. There you go.
If you press on and travel like 15 hours a day, you can cover 3 hexes, which means that by the end of the second day, you come upon the area where the weird pool is. But you have been traveling there, so you need basically to rest, and the next day you can start searching around. So it is, the third day after leaving the Skizral Caverns. You can roll for searching around in the area.
Let's get a perception or survival.
You can pick.
Okay. So like exploration, pretty much.
Yeah, this exploration. You're trying to find out what's in the area and try to find this place specifically.
31. Natural 20.
It's very nice. Well, as you in the sort of early morning, as far as we can judge that down here, you start setting out, and it is an hour or so in the search when let's see here. When Sakari actually, calls Trislan's attention and tells her that he saw some very strange lights coming from, behind a hill, a bit further away.
What kind of lights?
Well, he describes them as slowly pulsing and like luminescent, purple-ish in color, with streaks of blue and gold. They seem to be coming, again, he sort of points with his stinger, I guess.
He doesn't have a stinger anymore.
Oh, okay, then he points with his paw that it's coming from that direction.
Is there anything Trislan can roll to find out what it is? Arcana or something?
No, you probably need to see it.
She can't see it?
No, he comes up to her and says that he saw that.
Okay, if Trislan has learned something, it is that her siblings become pissed when she walks off alone, so she's gonna go get Zyn and say that Sakari has found something, and she wanna go check it out, but she knows none of you would agree if she goes off alone.
Well, we should certainly look for the other, since a blue pool was something that was described to us, and if those lights were indeed blue, then that might be what we are looking for.
Okay.
So then we'll, with the help of his bad friend, we'll try to find the others.
Sure.
I thought you meant Trislan, that he was a bad friend.
No.
I was like, oh.
Oh, Zyn's animal companion, Aiden the Diabet.
Aiden the
Finding
Diabet.
each other should be easy, right? Dancing lights, make them move up.
Yeah, you can certainly have
A
something
flare.
like that.
Aiden the Diabet, who is now trained enough to be somewhat useful, occasionally, rarely.
And you can color those lights in different colors as well.
Great SOS.
Red means bad.
Something else means gather up.
Then it's
yeah,
something that will be done.
It takes a little while to gather one because you spread around in this search pattern, as it were. But yeah, basically 20 minutes, something later, you have those who have deigned to answer the call are gathered.
So is that all of us, or only those who wanted to come?
I won't force anyone to join, but
So who's gonna come?
Who isn't? Or more interesting answer.
I would assume that most of the family is there then.
Well, then Tristan will look to Zakari and ask him to show her where it is, or show everyone where it is.
Zakari will nod and stalk away in the underbrush, basically motioning you to follow him. And you follow him for a bit, and when you sort of come close to the hill he mentioned, you do see it. Yes, there's a weird alien glow that it's certainly, it is as if it's kind of trying to camouflage itself among the bioluminescence of the rest of the forest, but it's like slightly off when Zakari has pointed it out to you.
Any roll we can do to find out what it is?
Well, as you approach, the light suddenly grows way more intense until it, like in a split second after that, sort of almost seems to detonate in a bright flash from over the hill, and then it's just gone.
Well, that's weird.
It is weird. But weird was something that was described to us, so maybe it's normal. Who knows? There's only one way to find out.
Well, would Zyn know if that's normal? Something like that, to have it in the fungal jungle.
Maybe it's some sort of aberration that could be done a check for.
Well, you could.
And we'll try to know if some sort of aberration could do this. 22.
Yeah, it doesn't really come up with anything straight off the bat, but there is certainly weird creatures in the Underdark that have all manner of weird light tricks going on for them. Usually it's not that flashy though, unless it's like attacking or defending itself.
Who knows? Maybe it is trying to defend itself from something.
Well, Tristan looks to the others and in giving them the face of, let's go and find out what it is. It's pretty lights.
Sure, I won't look at the lights.
Anyone wants to look at pretty lights.
All right, you come over the hill and look down. Well, the first thing you see is something of a like a small, small pool of bluish, like watery slime, sort of has congealed behind the hill here. In the middle of it is a small island, which seems like a strange, almost metal-like obelisk, is sort of struck down into the earth as if it has been launched there with tremendous force. It seems very old from afar. Can't really say how, but it's somewhat overgrown with weird moss and things. And around it, this blue, like slimy substance, like slowly pulses and glows. And it seems to your eyes as if it is like slowly spreading, perhaps? You're not sure. The whole area has a odd feel to it. Next to the pool, however, is like an opening, or almost like an open glade of some sort, as if something very large stood here or was here until very recently. It is as if like someone has picked up like a huge boulder, like slammed it down in this place, let it sit for a while, and then like picked it up and walked away with it. It's like things are like trampled and smashed in a circular area.
So the obelisk is looking very old, but the crash site is not.
No, the round sort of crash site seems very fresh indeed. Maybe only a day or so.
Zyn would certainly point out his observation, but he has no clue what that weird thing could be. It looks too weird to him. Certainly not normal, or natural, rather. I would assume. How big is that obelisk?
Well, seems to be maybe 5 foot tall, something like that.
Tristan would just point out, "Hey, look, we found it."
Yes, but what exactly did we find?
Tristan looks at Rilinid.
Rilinid looks back at Tristan.
She looks at Rilinid. Well, obviously you ought to know. You always know everything.
Alauneari is amused.
Rilinid gives this sort of bemused scoff. Followed by a dismissive gesture at Tristan.
Tristan looks at Alauneari. Rilinid doesn't know it. Disappointing.
Even he is not perfect.
Well, he does act like it sometimes.
Alauneari would never
Always.
say that. He's not her, so he's not perfect. It is, of course, doesn't need to be said.
Tristan's gonna pick up a rock and throw it into the goo.
All right, sure.
Just for good measures.
Don't make it angry.
See if she can make it skip over it.
Well, she picks up the rock and throws it into the goo. The rock plunges into the goo with a soft, like slimy sound. Doesn't really bounce on the surface. It merely gets absorbed into it.
Huh.
Rilinid contemplates why he's ever decided to be a part of this family at any point during a stretch of time.
Well, if Tristan only could read his thoughts, she could answer. She knows. So she looks at the family. Are we just gonna stand here and look at it then?
Alauneari currently is standing here looking at it. She'll detect magic. Is this thing magical in some way, or is it some sort of spell or some sort of spell effect?
Well, what is the range of that?
I think it's only like
60.
60 foot cone.
cone is 60, and I thought we were further than 60.
Yeah,
I have it too.
Yeah,
We're
right now
significant.
we should be some distance away.
You're on a hill, basically looking down on this thing.
Then
Well,
I
then
suppose
it's
we should walk closer.
Well, that makes sense why I couldn't make the stone flip over the water.
Mm-hmm.
Alauneari suggests we walk closer. I mean, we're here to see what we can do about this thing.
Alright, let's go.
Then certainly has a bad feeling as always, but that seems
Should
to
be
be the
wary,
appropriate
though.
thing to do.
Since we saw the other one trying to drag Miku in it, how does Miku feel about it?
Miku just, looks down it and...
Does it look similar to the other pool?
well, the other one was green.
Yep.
Seems to be the same texture, though.
Also, there's an AC or something in the background right now. Thank you, Grimith.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, you can certainly get closer, though.
And we do, carefully and slowly. And I guess we go in range of detect magic. So like
Yeah,
50 feet or something?
60 feet away?
yeah.
50 feet?
59 feet.
No, don't be a hero.
Meanwhile, secret messages.
Yeah, it's...
Hmm.
So, any magic?
Jonas, I'm receiving some whispers. I don't think they're meant for me.
No, they are meant for you.
Really?
How ominous.
Now it's not a secret anymore.
Alright, sure.
Better you than me.
That's encouraging. Alright.
I was
Well-
briefly concerned.
Alauneari sort of looks around and casts, lags to the back of the group and casts Shield on Faith on herself. And prepares herself for engagement.
Seeing this, Rain, unsure, but will look to you, drawing his sword.
Then would certainly prepare himself as well for whatever is approaching, because Alauneari is not the kind of person who just goes as paranoid as Zyn usually is. So clearly something must be up.
Well, obviously.
Well, she does sometimes just randomly cast her defensive spells, right?
Well, she will cast Mage Armor on Sukari.
She did give command to prepare for battle. She's, well, I guess you can do whatever you want.
Well, maybe she should talk to us instead.
No, she has no interest in that.
Well, if Zyn sees Alauneari casting spells but nothing is happening, then he would certainly ask what's up, because,
Just a second.
Can you make that roll for me, Manaki?
Yeah, I can. There we go.
That's fine. That's fine.
don't know what's
Right.
going on, and it bothers me.
Alauneari is, do you ask her anything?
Zyn would suddenly turn to Alauneari. I see you are preparing for something. Should we be concerned?
She says, yes. Very much so. These pools are dangerous.
So is it just precaution?
Yes, I do not know exactly what is going to happen, but I have a sense that if I want to be able to access my capabilities, then I will have to do so now. She looks quickly to Rain.
Rain looking back at you, mostly understanding.
She looks at this. I think I will stay at the outer perimeter of this thing.
I see. Remembering the incident at the last pool where we found Miku.
Larry is frowning quite heavily at this pool.
Out of character, what exactly are we supposed to do with the pool? Did the Dawn just say, hey, check that out for us? Or do we have any specific...
The alchemist mentioned it in passing to the sage, and the sage mentioned it in passing back to the alchemist about some sort of interesting aberration that cropped up. It's another one of these weird things. We're here to take a look at it, possibly. Knowing full well I would certainly hope the risks of one of these weird things on account of what happened at the other weird pool we went to, so any sort of preparations involving combat definitely should not be out of the ordinary or a surprise at all and should be a mandatory given.
The bat squeaks, looking at the pool.
The bat squeaks at many
Alauneari
things.
will cast her shield and faith at Rain.
Yep, same roll, please. Yep. No problem.
Zyn would probably cast his amazing level 1 spell as well, which is Gravity Bow, which lasts for a minute.
She says,
Gravity bow is really good.
It is. Do you need me to make a roll as well? For whatever
No.
reason. Okay.
Alauneari would like to sort of, if the others, of course, come with her, slowly walk closer, and as she comes closer, she'll try to detect magic again. Now within range. This thing.
Right. Well, does she share her findings openly, or do you want me to type them?
Type them for now.
I would have said the same.
Jonas, I'm gonna hang back a bit, have Shell help me take off my armor, as well as the
Sure.
shield.
Sure.
It's so fun to get secret messages.
I mean, it's not really secret, but if asked,
Well, Trizinger just cast detect magic herself.
sure might.
So we are at like 50 feet distance right now? Or like in range for detect magic anyways?